back to Ratchet Thoughts and Isms. We're here, we ready, and as you see, we're in the building. What is this? The platform, right?
Yes.
Representing the platform in Brooklyn, right? So without further ado, as always, we gotta introduce ourselves.
Uptown.
Wait, hold on. Just one? Are we just doing one?
Yeah, season 3 I try something different. Just one name, yeah.
Uptown, okay.
For
Let's
today.
see how long that lasts.
See how long it lasts.
Yeah.
Uptown, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Ramona, First Lady.
Luke, the Harlem Skywalker.
And I
Hollywood.
And we are She Plus Tree.
I hate
am.
you.
Yeah. I'm Hollywood Dre, Brooklynite. We're in my city now.
Yes,
Yes,
we in
we
your
are.
city.
I
That's
said that
right.
already.
Yo,
So
y'all didn't get the
people-
memo? We on our R&B shit. We both got on motor. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with y'all?
Word.
We here.
Let's get into it. So, today's episode is called Green Flags. If you recall, in season 2, we guys gave you red flags. So we gave you a definition, and we went through all of the different pinpoints of things that we described as red flags. So hopefully you checked it out. If you haven't, go check out season 2. But today is green flags. So, definition.
Excuse me. So, the definition of green flags, according to the dictionary, is a green flag means that this person is safe and you should proceed. Laurel House, relationship expert, says that green flags can also serve as signposts to help you determine whether or not you're interested in getting to know a person better and pursue a romantic relationship. So basically, it's a sign that shows you if you should go further, in my opinion. So it's like, I like you, I see things that I like about you, the flags are green, I'm going to pursue. It's like a stoplight.
Yeah, because
Green light, red light, yellow light. It's the same thing.
For y'all watching, we are currently in the month of May. Sundress season is coming, so if them yams look right in the sundress, that is a green flag. For sure. For sure.
So girls who don't have yams is red flags?
Yes.
I feel triggered. I'm triggered. I'm not a red flag, so I ain't got a yam, so whatever. Anyway.
Listen, we already had this discussion. Little booties matter to everyone but me.
Okay, right. So.
Whoa, time out. I'm glad you just said that. Oh, we're forgetting something.
What? Oh, your disclaimer.
It's season 3, we know, but yeah, can we?
Reese, I thought we retired. We didn't say at the end of last season we retired the disclaimer.
Nah, bro.
I
We didn't agree on that?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I didn't get that memo.
Oh,
Do you want to retire it?
No,
Are you doing a Kobe?
Nah, I'm not gonna retire. Fine.
Jordan?
the thoughts and opinions of Uptown Brown, Ratchet, Poppy, Mr. Receipts, whatever you want to call me, are solely the thoughts and opinions of me and do not reflect upon the lovely cast of Ratchet Thoughts and Isms.
Thank you, brother.
All right, so green flags. Green flags. What do you guys think? Okay, so you're saying yams in the sundress is a green flag.
I mean, I'm sure for the ladies, like if they see a dude and it's gray sweatpants season, it's coming, it's here. You know what I'm saying? She might consider that a red flag. I mean, a green flag.
You said it right.
No.
Yeah, you said it right.
You know you looking at that.
Then you gotta wear sweatpants to show his print is a red flag.
You know you looking at that gyro.
Anywho, no. Okay. So, let me tell you, I have so many green flags. I have a list, but I'm gonna tell you the first one that comes to mind for me is a man that can love me unapologetically, unconditionally, with no boundaries. He doesn't listen to social media. He doesn't listen to what his friends say. He doesn't listen to what his family says. He loves me the way he wants to love me without any kind of judgment from anybody.
Oh, that's Jesus.
You know what?
That is Jesus.
That is
That is not Jesus. That is not just Jesus. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That is, yes,
Listen,
no.
even
No.
Jesus got an IG account. I'm sure he does.
No, because a lot of people get influenced by other things. So you might want to love me a certain way, but when you look at social media or you hear what your friends are talking about, you kind of fall back from loving that woman because you feel like you're going to be judged by people. People do that all the time. You know, this world is a judging world.
So are you saying that when you're talking about this green flag in particular, this is before like the let's get to know, this is after, should I say? This is after to get to know each other.
After we proceeded, this is after we getting to know each other with dating. It's getting serious, but sometimes when you're with someone, you're one person, and then when you're with the world, you're someone else.
That's true.
So sometimes you can be the lovey-dovey Dre, and then when you out with your friends, you a whole nother person. But a man that can still be lovey-dovey with me in front of his friends and in front of his family, that's a green flag for me. Because that means you don't care what nobody says about you. You don't give a fuck about nothing but our relationship. That's all that matters. You know, and that's a green flag for me. Like, that's one of my biggest green flags.
I'm surprised you can say something different because I know what the ultimate green flag is, man or woman. The ultimate green flag is consistency, right? If I'm with a woman and she's a certain way in the bedroom, I want you to consistently maintain that bedroom energy. If you are the type of woman that you are affectionate, I want you to consistently maintain that affection. If you are, consistently talking to me nice, I want you to talk to me nice. Consistency is the ultimate green flag.
That's character, though. Like, that's a character.
Now, people get comfortable and then consistency sometimes fades.
I don't think that's what it is. I think something happened in a relationship that made you not want to do those things anymore as much.
I think people get comfortable.
Complacency does that sometimes.
Yeah, consistency will fade because people get comfortable.
Because if I'm doing what I want to do in the bedroom with you and I'm still feeling you and I'm loving you, I want to do more, not fall back from it. Why would I want to stop doing what I'm doing at the beginning?
Again, unfortunately, there are people out there that have this notion that once I got you, you're not going anywhere. So I don't have to go as hard as I was going before.
Facts.
With you. Like for instance, you might be the female that when you first get with me, you're not putting on no bonnet and stuff like that. You're not
by the game.
So do you want us to put a bonnet on from day one?
Listen, if that's who you are,
okay? Are you guys okay with that?
If that's who you are, then show me that from the gate.
I am a black man who was married to a black woman and I have black daughters.
I am the one. I
expect to see bonnets.
Are you okay with that? You didn't answer.
I expect to see bonnets.
That's not what I asked you.
I expect to see bonnets.
No, you know what?
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it if you're not wearing your bonnet outside to go to the store and stuff like that.
But for me, I'm sorry, don't offend nobody.
That's just me. Like, if that's what you do, that's what you do.
No offense to nobody.
I ain't saying it, y'all.
Is that okay? 'Cause I swear I would love to put my scarf on the first day I meet a guy. I would love to put my bonnet on, but I know I gotta ease into that. But if y'all okay with that, sis will put a bonnet on.
I mean, I think for me, when it comes down to like women and like their maintenance and the bonnets and things like that, I would rather see you in your most natural state in the beginning. So that way, if I know that if I see you in your natural state and I like what I see, I know it can only go up. But if I see you all glammed up, I might not like what I see when you take that makeup off. I might be like, who this?
Yeah.
Nah, bring her back. Bring the other one.
I want the first girl I met.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So you would rather, so for you a green flag would be more so if she's more natural and then glam up later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Concur?
Yeah, concur.
I'm simple. Sweatpants, t-shirt, and a ponytail. That's how I
say that.
You know me. You know me. You know that. Come on. Tell the truth. You know me. All right. Here she go. Here she go.
So you mentioned consistency, and I want to say that consistency is as the word says, right? It's you. If this is who you are, this is what I expect. Cause all the time. Mm-hmm. Now everyone has days, right? So I don't expect you to be 100%.
Right.
But I think you hit something on the nail because a lot of people do start out doing something one way, and then after they feel like, all right, cuffed you up, now you stop doing that. Like
you get to switch up.
You kind of just fall back.
That was game then.
Yeah, that best representative goes away.
Yeah,
that mask comes off.
That wasn't real you. That wasn't a real you. That's not who you are.
It might not be game. I think.
How can you stop being who you are?
So is it game when you start out when you met the person and you was on your fitness and you go into the gym and all of a sudden, but you and your mate spend so much time together that you let yourself go because you put on that happy weight. Okay. That means that was game?
Oh, no, because if you are really a green flag, like she thought you were, you better, babe, let's go to the gym together. I see you gaining a little weight. Let's go to the gym together.
Sometimes
let me get you a
membership.
Let me buy you some weights. I'm saying, but if you're going to say that, you are enabling because you letting her do it. If you're a green flag, you take her by the hand. You like, babe, you're not, gaining a little weight from when I first met you. Want to go to the gym together?
But what if y'all both doing it because y'all spending so much time together?
That's it.
But I'm saying it's not game. It's just that when you got comfortable, you allowed yourself to slip. People get comfortable and allow themselves to slip a little bit.
But that's a physical thing. We're talking about character. We're talking about character trait.
What I'm telling you is,
hold up.
That applies across the board, right? Like you don't go hard on the same level on your job when you 5 years in as you did when you was trying to make sure you made it to 3 months till you pass probation. Them 3 months where you trying to pass probation till you get your benefits, you going hard. You on time every day. You know what I'm saying? You following everything by the employee manual, right?
It's called probation.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it relationships at the beginning probation?
Exactly.
I think so.
All right,
Exactly.
Well, to stay on topic, so for me, one of the main things that's a green flag is communication.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. For me, I'm an intellectual, so if you can stimulate me intellectually, like we having conversations that are both me and you, right, dialoguing with each other, not just me, you asking questions about me, like
you talking about like that time you told us you fell in love with that girl you never met?
That wasn't a communication
That was
part.
so
though.
communication.
No, y'all was communication. That was communication,
That
bro.
was so communication.
That was,
was communication.
that's not the type of communication I'm
That was
referring
so
to.
communication. That was communication.
But that's not the type of communication I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about when you're on the phone, you get the girl number, you're on the phone, you hollering at her, you're like, and you talking, you learning about each other, and there's an interest, not just an interest, but there's a stimulation that goes with that, right? Because it's always exciting when you meet someone new, right? So you're learning about them and da-da-da-da, but it's more than that, right? Like what's the vibe like, right? That's what everyone says. Like, what's that energy like? What's that vibe like? Like for me, it's like it's not just that. What's up here? Like what are your goals? Like do you have future goals? What was your past goals that you made? That you
but do you
obtained?
say that to everybody you meet, or is there a period where you get to that conversation? Like, is that initially a conversation you have with everyone you meet? Like, what are your goals? What was your past goals? What do you want?
I definitely it happens relatively quickly.
Really?
Because
I don't know if I want to tell someone I just met on my business. Like,
and that's your right?
You know?
That's fine. But
yeah.
you know, if you digging me, why would you not?
I
If I ask,
but my thing
I'm
is,
interested.
right,
in
but
you.
if I'm digging you and I feel like there's a future, we got time for that. We have time for many conversations. We have many conversations.
But what's wrong with saying like, hey?
I think what Luke is trying to establish is that the things that we want are in alignment, so that way I can continue to proceed. He's making sure that he has an alignment. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you anything.
You could.
But that's where consistency.
And that's what the whole
That's where you go back to consistency.
And the representative. I can tell you anything. You got to see my life to see how I move. Sometimes you just got to watch and pay attention. Because I can tell you anything. I can tell you anything.
But that's what I was going to. Yeah, communication is great, but like positive movement, that's a green flag. Because again, like she's saying, if you're asking, I don't necessarily like somebody to ask like, yeah, so what do you like in a woman? Right? Because I can tell you what I supposedly like, and now you're trying to conform yourself.
Absolutely.
So that you can
That's
be what I like.
game.
But that's not
number one game.
But that's not
blueprint.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's not really, that's not who you are.
No.
But if you can show me who you are,
Right. You'll see in time.
Yeah, and actually be a positive part of my life, and you're
No,
trying
I
to help
said
me
you. You
build.
tell me what I like. I like a woman that like threesomes. Listen, set
That's a
yourself
green
up
flag for you.
Huh?
That's a green
Of course
flag.
That's a green
it is.
flag for you.
You already know that.
All right. So that's what you said. That should have been your first thing that you said.
I don't. What?
Go ahead, finish.
I don't start out because I don't start out because I don't think anybody who, even guys who like to, you don't start out that way, right? You gotta get a chance to know your lady, learn her body, build a rapport, get comfortable with each other. Then as time passes, you get to all that other stuff. But definitely, that is part of early conversation to see if we are on the same page sexually.
Right. That's true. I just want to say something about my friend here. I just want to say.
Oh man.
No, because like, you know how you wake up in the morning, you go about your day, you go to work, you go to the grocery store and pick up some groceries. You're like, I need to go to the gym. I gotta go pick the kids up. You do everything, right? You running around, and when you finally get home, you be like, let me sit down for a minute, and you end up falling asleep, right?
Yeah.
And then when you get up from your nap, you're like, yo, I needed that shit. I needed that nap. But you don't know you need it because you're moving around so fast. You think that you're doing this. But when you sit down and just take a minute, you see that you needed that nap. And I'm saying all that to say, like, sometimes people want certain things in a relationship, but what do you really need? Like, what do your soul need? You know what I mean? And yeah, I want a girl with a fat ass. I want a girl who got a future plan. I want a girl who got her own. But, like, what does your soul need? Like, what do you need to feed? You know what I mean? Like, people just see this. Like, sometimes you don't know what you need until you get it.
I believe that I can have it all. That's what I believe.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out some green flags.
All right, let's go.
Or that I had a little bit of a consensus for some people to hear, what they thoughts, and you guys can chime in, yes, no, and we can go from there. So, respectful to the family.
Green flag, definitely, for sure.
Okay. All right. Treat you like a priority, making time to hang out to get to know you better.
For sure. Green flag.
Your face is like, I don't know.
It's not that.
Not
Keep
that?
on going.
Okay. Let's see. Someone who's encouraging.
You talking about relationships or friendships?
I would say both.
I say both.
Okay.
I could tell you one I could throw in there.
I think not to interrupt you, but I mean we're talking about green flags, so I think it's the whole spectrum, right?
Okay.
Like not just friendships are also green flags, right?
Absolutely.
So
someone who's strong, because I know my personality isn't for everybody. So if you can handle me, I think that's a super green flag, because I'm not for the weak. My personality is not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? And that's on a friendship level or even a romantic level, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, even on the work level, like I go to work and I tell my boss what I'm doing today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like if you strong and you have, that endurance, that fortitude to be able to, handle a strong personality like me, then I consider that a green flag, because everybody can't handle me.
Let me sidebar that too. I was having a conversation with someone, and she's talking to this gentleman, right? And she got a call from another guy. Mm-hmm. So she picked up the phone, right, and was talking to the guy. Mm-hmm. So the guy in the car was unbothered, like nothing. Okay. Like, I don't give a fuck about right. And so when you said that, I was like, that's the type of energy that a lot of guys have, like you. That's a strong personality. Like, you pick up the phone. I'm unbothered.
But that's not okay, though.
Being unbothered is not okay?
No, what's not okay is the fact that she's on a date with someone and she picks up her phone to talk to somebody else. That's not okay. Like, if you was a man and you saw that, that's a red flag. That should be a red flag for you. Like, you shouldn't want to pursue this relationship to a woman who answers her phone to talk to some other dude. Like, I wouldn't be okay with that.
I want to say to you,
even though you're unbothered, that's still a red flag.
I hear you, and I'm not in disagreement. Mm-hmm. But when I'm saying the type of energy that we're giving off is, you care about that? It
doesn't matter.
I'm that dude.
It doesn't matter. If
I'm him.
Up, that's still disrespectful.
But it's not just that. But it's also how I look at her.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So hear me out. Mm-hmm. If she doesn't mean anything to me, mm-hmm. and obviously if she's picking up the phone for another dude, how much am I really invested in?
Right.
Well, it depends. Like, listen, if she is respectful enough to get the green light before she answers, like, are you okay if I take this call? But if you just pick up, you know what I'm saying? It depends, because if I allow it, then it's all fair game. But if you just think it's okay to do it and you don't even bother to check with me to see if it's okay, then yeah, that might be on the red flag side of things. But if you come up to me and your phone ring, right? And like, she's like,
give some context, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you mind if I take this? And it's, all right, cool, do your thing. Like, because
it shows that she's validating your feelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before if it's going to bother you, I won't answer it. Like, is it okay with you? Because I'll just call back later. But they should give you that respect. But if she don't give you that respect and she's like, yeah, so tomorrow, right? Like, that's a red flag, dude.
Again,
I ain't never had that happen, though.
I didn't put any context in it. I just said boom, boom. If it's that, yeah. Now, she pick up and having a long conversation. Yeah. Now, again, I don't care what she talk about, right? But it's like, yo, I'm with you. We out.
Care what she's talking about.
Yo.
Nah, I don't care.
You should care.
Because when I get my phone call,
but that's rude.
I put it on speaker.
So how much are you really? All right,
you heard? I put it on speaker.
All right. Let's get back.
How much are you really into this girl if you just playing games from the jump? Like, come on, it's crazy. That's red flag. That's both. Y'all both red flags. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sorry.
All right. Let me keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Another green flag. All right. We already said encouraging you to be independent, or encouraging someone that's encouraging. Attentive to my needs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Like, I hear all this stuff you're saying, all these green flag qualities that people are saying, and
mm-hmm.
It's great and everything. But it's like, you say you want these things, but you don't go for these things. You say you want these things, but you don't intentionally find a man with these qualifications. You don't intentionally curve dudes that don't give you these things. You don't intentionally pick and choose your man. You deal with the fuck boys, but you have a list of what you think green flags are. So it's like, yeah, you have this list, but are you really going by this list in your life? Because a lot of women out here that deal with niggas that ain't shit. So it's like, don't just give me a list of shit. Actually live your life by it. Me included. I'm included. Because I sit here and say I want a man this and that. But I've not followed everything on my green flags. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, not only do we have to have green flags, but we have to follow through with what we want.
I think it depends, right? So, because, like, if you are seeing someone romantically, right? But you know that it's a temporary thing. You don't see a future with this person. You don't necessarily need to stick to that list because you don't plan on keeping this motherfucker anyway.
So you rather deal with a disrespectful dude just because you don't see a future?
I mean, I think everybody's allowed to deal with people on the terms that they create for themselves.
Absolutely. And if I deal with you and you disrespectful, you must have the bomb fucking dick. Y'all should have me up the fucking wall. If I'm gonna stay with your ass, y'all should be having me fucking going cray because that's the only way.
So sexual compatibility, green flag.
Super
Absolutely.
green flag.
Super green flag.
Absolutely.
Neon green flag.
Absolutely.
Neon green flag.
For him.
So do they have to be? They don't have to be the best. They just have to be compatible.
There's no perfect person. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, they don't have to be the best. They have to be compatible.
Right.
Because the best is so like subjective.
There's no such thing.
No, listen.
One
One chick.
conversation we just had earlier.
Listen, one chick might be the best at writing. Another chick might have the best mouth. The best is subjective.
Not listen.
Hold on, fellas, am I lying?
Wait.
Fellas, am I lying?
You might say a dude
Fellas,
is
hold on,
trash.
am I lying? Luke.
Somebody else might have told him.
You gonna leave me hanging? You gonna leave me hanging, Luke?
Huh? I don't. What was the question again?
I said one woman might have the best head.
Yeah.
Another woman might ride the best. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the best is subjective, because I don't think that I don't think that one person is the best at everything sexually. People have things that they're good at, and some people are not so good at certain things.
So let me just make sure I'm. I just want to regurgitate what you just said. So you're saying that one person that you're with might not have the total package sexually.
Correct.
And you're asking me, do I agree?
Yeah.
I disagree. I have been with someone who had the whole package sexually.
I have too, but I'm just saying, but some people are better at some things and some people are better at others. That's all I'm saying.
Based on your preference.
In general. It's always based on my preference, right? Because I'm the person that's on the receiving end, right? But just like for me, you know, like I am accustomed to certain things sexually, so that's how I live my life.
I have
a
question for you.
Sure.
What's a green flag that's non-negotiable?
A green flag that's non-negotiable
for everybody.
That means she has to have it.
Like, cause
she got to be able to make me laugh.
Okay.
Like y'all know me. Like how often y'all see me serious?
Right.
So if I can't be with a woman that can make me laugh because I joke around all the time, then it's probably not gonna work.
And that's above sexual compatibility?
I think it's probably equal. I think it's definitely equal. Like I'm silly all the time. Y'all know. Y'all know that. Like. So I need a woman that could literally, like, you got to be able to make me laugh.
Good.
Right.
What's
like
yours?
from the gut.
My non-negotiable?
Yeah.
You have to have patience with me. I know I'm a lot. I know that. You have to have
Say it again for the people in the back.
I'm a lot. I know that.
Shit.
You have to have patience. If you don't have patience, you can't deal with me. You cannot. It's not gonna work. It's not. Okay. Because my thing is like
patience, little brother.
Right. Because my thing is like once you have patience with me, it's worth it. It's not like I'm just doing it because I'm being difficult for no reason. That's my personality trait. I could be annoying sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
You don't say.
Yeah, I'll say.
But I didn't know annoying could be considered a personality trait. You just someone's annoying.
I just thought it was just called being a woman.
But no.
Oh, bird. Get him, ladies. There we go. That's why.
Yo, let me tell you something, right? I feel like all women. hold up. I feel like all women have.
He must love fucking annoying then. That shit must be something you fucking like. Because,
yeah.
You must fucking like annoying.
I do.
Oh, you love it.
You done?
Yeah, okay.
Listen, right? Annoying comes in different forms, right? So annoying could come in the form of like a woman being real needy. Annoying could come in the form of like every time we go out, you trying to fucking eat in my plate. You know what I'm saying? But annoying is I feel like everybody, even myself, everybody has an annoying trait to somebody.
Absolutely. For me, it's more like, you have to kind of convince me and coerce me to do things, I don't trust people. I have trust issues. So for that reason, you have to convince me on certain things. And sometimes people are like, can you just go with the fucking flow? Why you gotta be so difficult? Why you gotta be so I'm like, but just tell me what I need to, where are we going? How are we getting there? I need to know these things. Like, that's just what I need to know. And sometimes it can be annoying. Yeah,
because I'll be like, you know what?
Right.
Yo,
it can be annoying sometimes.
This nigga right here is the king of
questions.
Gotta
ask questions.
The king of questions, babe.
Like, I'm that person.
Questions are cool, but when you get like too many questions,
hold on. Dre, watch this real quick.
She said patience.
Hold on. What I had to tell you the other day.
Which one? What part?
What part?
Yeah.
About me and my business.
Fuck you.
Alright.
Alright, what's
wait, no, I'm sorry, though, since he brought it up. Okay. Alright, fine. I was asking him where he was coming from, being concerned. And he was like, oh, I'm not your daughter. Don't question me. Because we're friends doesn't mean you have to tell me. I have to tell you everything. And I was like,
and it's my best friend.
And I was like, you're right. You know what? I won't ask you shit. But my thing is, when you go out, nigga, put your GPS on. So when your fucking ass get hurt, we can find your fucking ass, okay? That's why I asked. I asked because you my friend. If something happens to you, I want to know where the fuck you was at and who the fuck you was with. So I can come for you.
The green flag of concern.
So I can come for you.
The
That's
green
why I'm asking you. Like, you run in this world, since you brought it up, you in this world fucking by yourself. You in this world by yourself.
Let's go.
You in this world by yourself. I'm your fucking friend. I need to know what the fuck is going on with you. Some bitch want to fucking stab your ass. You won't bleed out because I fucking know where the fuck you at. And I'm gonna come get you and bring you to the fucking hospital so you don't fucking die.
But
if you feel like that shit is me acting like you my fucking child, then fuck you. Go the fuck where you want to go. Do the fuck what you want to do, and I won't ask you shit. But put your fucking GPS on and make sure you bing somebody.
Put it on, bro.
Put your fucking GPS on, my nigga.
And bing somebody.
You want to fucking be so fucking grown. Bing grown and fucking be out here. Go ahead, be out here. I'm just saying.
And
I'm just saying
it's been a minute since we had a Ramona's rant, so there you go.
Sorry, I give a fuck about my friend to the point I'm asking him where the fuck he's at. What's the fucking license plate? The car that you in? What fucking Uber are you in? Fucking send me the Uber and fucking share. Cause I fucking love you.
I understand.
I want to make sure you fucking alive tomorrow.
We here.
We
got you.
Okay, he brought it up though.
He did.
We got
okay.
you.
Don't touch me. You brought it up though.
Damn.
He brought it up, right?
Come
I
on.
don't bring it up.
Come on, Ann. Don't act that way.
No, but I'm just saying that's why I do what I do.
I know.
Okay.
So then why you give me some to grieve?
Huh?
Why you give me some to grieve?
I think this is part of my personality.
You're an asshole.
Oh man.
Ooh,
Are we gonna edit that part out?
No, we're not gonna edit that part out.
I'm sorry.
What was that show? It was like asshole. Anyway, what's yours, sir?
Look.
Oh my goodness.
What's your green flag?
What's
I would
your
love to know your green flag, Dre.
the one that has to happen?
Relationship with God.
Absolutely.
Okay. I add that to my list too. Bing bong.
That is definitely a plus for me.
Yeah.
You have to know the Lord.
I've met some bad chicks who are atheists. As soon as they told me they're atheists, I'd be like, all right, we can't do this.
That's a good one.
Well, for me, it's you have to have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Because in order to deal with me and understand like what I do, like how involved in church I am and things like that, if you don't have a relationship with God, you'll hate it. Like, this dude's in church every time I turn around. He got to go play drums somewhere, or he got to preach somewhere. He got to this, that, and the third.
With you. Sit down there and pray
I don't have a problem with that.
Like, go ahead, baby. You do them drums. That's my boo. That's my man right there. See that guy right there? That's me.
Now, that's a red flag.
Why?
But you don't go to church and do all that. I know, that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna be ready. No. You're saying that there are females that actually do stuff like that.
Church?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I believe that.
No, not in church. You don't do that in church.
No, they do it in church. This woman that's doing that in church.
Yeah.
Really? No, I'm just joking.
There's some dudes that do that too. Like,
but I was joking.
I know. Yours?
I don't know how to characterize this one, But
I have a question for you about that.
I would say, for me, the one thing we go through so much as black men in our daily lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I want to feel like I can come to them and it's peace, right?
Right.
Like I don't want to have to come to her and
Chaos.
there's more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how to characterize that, right? Because my life, it's not crazy and nothing like that, but the life that we're in, you know, stuff happens as black men, you know, and
For sure.
when I come home, I want to, and I don't want to have to come to something where it's, okay, it's like more.
A heavy load, another load to deal
on my
with.
back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You should be at peace.
Right, so
Yeah.
that can be anything, right? Whether so that's why I say it's hard to characterize what that.
But I understand what you
You
mean,
say-
though.
Right.
Understand.
I'm at peace and you in pieces. We're not the same.
Yeah. Listen, peace of mind is priceless. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Peace of mind is priceless. I think I add that to my list. Like,
But I think
that's
that, I think that green flag should be in any type of relationship that you're in.
But see,
Friendship too.
yes, but sometimes you might miss that. You might deal with someone because they have other values that stick to you, right? That you find valuable,
That's
right?
true.
So you overlook that.
That's true.
I don't know, but again, you know, like back to what Uptown just said, like peace is priceless.
You
So
know what I
if
equate
I-
that to? If I had to
Like,
explain it,
Mhm.
like me liking you, right? Because I will tell you that I feel like sometimes in life, like is more important than love. Like I got a cousin that I love to death, but I don't like him enough to loan him $20. He
Yeah.
might really need that $20.
Yo,
It
that's a big
happens.
fact, though.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta like you. You know what I'm saying? Like being around you, like being in your presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that is super important.
I have a question. I have to
Yeah, you
go
have
back
to
to Trey.
yeah.
I have to ask you guys a question,
Okay.
Trey.
Mhm.
Have you ever been in a relationship where you actually prayed with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
You actually sat down and prayed over the relationship, like if something was going on in the relationship that needed some kind of like smoothing out. Did you guys ever sit down and like pray about it?
I've had a few. Yeah.
I think that's
I've done
dope.
that. There would actually be some that would be like, "Can you come pray with me?" Or "Can you pray
That's
with me
dope.
over the phone?" Or
That's
anything
dope.
like that.
I
Yeah.
like that.
You sure?
I like
Or you just told her to get on her knees?
Yo, I can't. Look, wake up. So my other question was, how many of us in this room, when we date, how many of us in this room when we date follow our green flags? How many women do you date that are at peace? How many women that you date that do love God? How many women you date that are funny and have a sexual chemistry? Like how often do we follow our own? How often do I follow my own? Like how often do we do these things? Is
Well-
it just a want or a need?
Well, with the you know, the fact that you asked us that question, you said what's the deal breaker,
Right.
right? So we may follow the deal breaker. However, there may be other green flags that we are looking for that we may kind of like bypass. So again, loving God or having a relationship with God is my deal, you know, is the one that's a deal breaker if she don't have that. However, I may not, you know, I may deal with somebody who's not necessarily a peaceful place for me. Because I bypass that because there are other traits that she has that I like.
Right.
And unfortunately, it falls apart because I actually really need peace too.
Right.
But I'm not paying attention to, you know, to that green flag
Right.
because I'm looking at other green flags
Right.
that I believe that there is. And the other thing is, unfortunately, we sometimes look at potential. Actually, you know, before we actually look at that.
You
Give me
can't
some-
date with potential.
give me some of
You
that.
gotta go look at what you
Yeah,
have in front
Now,
of you.
here's the
I'm
thing
tired.
though.
Yeah.
While you're saying you can't date potential, if again we're all evolving as we go through this journey of life, right? So who you are today, you're not gonna be that person, and you're not gonna be the same person next month.
Okay.
So again, I may see something in you that I'm hoping you'll grow into, right? And that doesn't mean that I'm trying to force you into that, but I'm giving you a chance.
And if it doesn't happen,
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We may
Tried.
grow apart,
Okay.
but I tried.
I'm gonna pull
Because
something
at
out your brain for a quick.
Because
real
at the
quick.
end of the day, here's the thing: if I never gave you a chance, right?
would you know?
Because everybody else told me like this is what she is and this is what she does and this is what her past is, then all I'm doing is continuously. I'm believing that all you're gonna do is perpetuate that cycle that everybody else said. I didn't give you a chance to grow.
Right.
All right, so Uptown's about to have a serious moment, so I need all y'all.
And
be
then
quiet.
after that, we're gonna go into final thoughts.
All right,
Okay.
Uptown's about to. So there's nothing wrong with dating with potential, but the way you have to do it is the Bible tells you that faith without works is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So if the person that you see the potential in, you see the potential, but you don't see them putting in the work, then you definitely should not date based on that. But if you see the potential and you see them putting in the work, then there's nothing wrong with investing in that. But
Yo, I need
if you
one
don't
of
see the
these
work,
every episode, I need one of these. I need one of these serious moments for you.
we gonna pray for it.
Okay.
Reverend Raheem.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But am I wrong? The Bible says faith without works is dead, correct?
Yeah.
So if you see the person that has potential and they're working towards their whatever their goals are, then there's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, trying to help them and build them and
That's true.
help water
But
them
that's
so
if
they
you're
can
willing
grow.
to do that. Some people are not willing to do that. They're like, catch me when you're done with all of that. Come back. I want you already done. Some people are not willing to grow with people.
That's
If
fine.
you're willing. Are you willing to do that? That's the question. Everybody's not willing to do that.
And that's okay. That's okay.
I mean, I think it just depends on, like I said, if I was married before, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that for me, if I'm dating a woman based off the potential of what I think she could be, I got to see her work towards it. I don't mind helping her, but I want to see her put in a certain level of work before I even attempt to figure out what I could do to help her.
So
I need to
just
see her
be
put
clear
in
on
her
the
own
potential
work.
thing. Is it because you see the potential in her, or is she telling you what her future is going to be? So if she's telling you, like, I'm in school right now, I'm trying to get me a car, is that verbally addressed to you from her, or are you just looking at her like, yo, she has potential to do this, she has potential to do that?
I think it got to be a
Or is she
combination.
It
telling
could be
you-
a combination
Is
of
she
both.
telling you
Gotta
what
be both.
her future is going to be like?
They gotta be both,
Combination.
because I gotta see I gotta observe you to see what you are doing.
Because you can tell me right now that you're going to school for nursing, but I'd never see you go to class or anything like that. It has to be.
You can tell me you're going
So
to
she's-
school for nursing and then you really in school for phlebotomy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not nursing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Doesn't matter. She still got a goal.
nah. This is,
And-
don't beat
and
me in the
even-
head with bullshit. Like, phlebotomy, that's you in the early stages. You know what I'm saying? That's not nursing.
But
You
even with
there's,
that-
there's a lot that comes out of phlebotomy. There's a lot that comes after that, right?
Wow.
There's a lot that comes after that.
As if you want more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So don't be sitting there trying to get your phlebotomy certificate at Lincoln Tech. Talk about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm
But
trying.
don't knock her hustle. She's trying to do better in life. At least she don't just sit and work at McDonald's. She's trying to get a little job.
Whoa,
benefits.
listen! Don't hate on the working
I'm not hating on
McDonald's
McDonald's,
person.
but I'm like,
Somebody has to be the fry
we
girl
42.
or the fry guy.
Anybody where we 40? Oh, I'm 42. Ain't nobody dating somebody that work at McDonald's. I'm sorry. You gotta be the manager.
The franchise owner.
Right. You can't be flipping burgers though. No.
So they, okay. You know, I'm not gonna ask the question because
Well,
that's gonna.
ask it.
That's
Just
gonna.
ask it. Just ask it.
I was gonna say. So if he's a manager at McDonald's,
Mhm.
you're not fucking with him.
I will.
Okay.
That's what I said. I said that.
Okay.
But even with the potential part, if you're watching them grow, you don't always want just the finished
They the
product.
manager at Chick-fil-A though. I like that better.
I can't with him.
But that
You
means-
don't want just the finished product because you can't appreciate something that you didn't help with, or you can't appreciate it as much if you didn't see what that person went through to get where they're going. Like granted, you date a millionaire, but you didn't know what he went through to get to become a millionaire. Or even the manager at McDonald's, you didn't know when he was like washing lettuce.
Or she wasn't with him shooting in the gym.
Yeah.
But
So you want to reap the benefits of the work that they did, but you don't know what work they did to get there.
and you want to know. You don't always have to know everything about the person. You know what I mean? Like, that's not always necessary. But, like, for me, I feel like if a person treats me well and he has a lot of green flags and he's not as educated as I want him to be, or his job is not as great as I want it to be, those things can change. You can go back to school. You can get a better job. But
So
you
you
can't.
can dig
can't-
somebody who works
But what
at
I'm saying-
McDonald's.
Hold on, but you can't change your character. You can't change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he don't dress the way I want him to dress, or he don't have a great job, you can change those things. But you can't change who you are inside. You can't change that. So if you treat me amazingly, and I'm falling in love with who you are as a person, as a woman, as your woman, I'm gonna encourage you to go back to school. I'm gonna encourage you to get a better job. I'm like, stop working at McDonald's. Once you go back to school and do
So if you
mechanic work.
So if you outside, right, and you see the dude with the garbage can on wheels, the garbage can on wheels, the ready, willing, and able dudes.
Go ahead.
You see the dude that he got the garbage can on wheels that he got on the blue suit.
You know what I would say to
the
him?
ready, willing, and able dudes that he highlights you.
I was like, babe, why don't you try to go for sanitation? Like, go for
Since you already
sanitation.
work with garbage,
yeah,
nigga, like-
sanitation make money.
Listen.
I mean, I was trying to help you.
This is
I was trying to help you.
that particular scenario is that it's been said several times where they say women say, "Oh yeah, I want this," and like, okay, this man has these qualities, but his job is
That's very
this.
rare.
That only happens in
That's
Tyler
very
Perry
rare.
movies.
That's very rare when you find a man who has all those green flags and you just have the job issue. That's very rare. Very rare.
That
just
happens in
saying.
Tyler Perry movies
I'm
only.
just saying,
That's it.
it's out
That's
there.
very rare.
Like you could date a guy. He'd be like, "Yeah, I work for sanitation."
What
And you'd
was
be
that
like-
movie with Tyler Perry with Idris Elba? He had the daughters and all that. That only happens in like that type of movie.
Daddy's girl.
That's not true.
That is you
That's
know.
not true.
Nah,
All
that's
right,
it, bro. That's
No,
it.
that-
Yo, do y'all
Nah.
agree? Comment if
Nah.
y'all agree on that.
Hold on.
All right, let's get to part of
Yo.
this.
No, but we have like 20 minutes.
Nah, but we
Okay. Okay, go ahead. All right.
we're not giving enough.
Okay.
Y'all gotta tune in.
Okay.
We gotta go
Tune
to green flags because that's a whole separate
Mm-hmm.
thing where we talk about women who get a man that has all these great qualities, all these green flags, but the
doesn't
job
happen.
situation
Doesn't happen,
is
It's
different.
like how you gonna work at McDonald's and be a fuckboy, dude? Choose a struggle. You can't fucking have both. You can't be a fuckboy and work at McDonald's. You gotta be a great ass guy and work at McDonald's, but you can't be a fuckboy and work at McDonald's. You gotta choose a struggle, like you really do. That never happens, dude.
Okay.
That never happens.
I have scenarios, but we're not going.
Listen, you might need that McGriddle plug.
I'm good.
We're gonna go into
McGriddles
I
are
don't
awesome.
eat McGriddles. How about that?
because there are millions of McDonald's out there, and they are. But anyway,
That what?
let's go. Let's
With
go
them supersized
into
fries.
final thoughts.
They don't do super size no more.
Yeah, I know.
I need a job with a.
They need to
with
get back,
freaking
yo.
Medical insurance.
That and the snack wraps.
And shit. They need to bring back the snack wrap.
Yeah, they gotta bring it
They
back.
gotta bring that back.
I'm sorry.
The grilled chicken with
And
the
the
honey.
McRib.
Oh
McRib.
my god,
Bring
no,
back
that's
the McRib.
nasty.
I don't like the McRib.
The snack wrap though? That was true.
Snack wrap was
With
fat.
some French fries? Mm.
I can't with this crew. All right, guys. Final thoughts or green flags?
Oh, help us.
Who's taking it? Who's taking the first shot?
I'll start.
All right.
So for me, green flags are something that we need to pay more attention to. I feel like in the world that we live in, we look for the red flags first. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, so when we meet a guy, we're like, let me see what his red flags are. He didn't answer his phone. So instead of us doing the opposite and saying, well, let me see what his green flags are. It's like we're so conditioned to look at the negative things first instead of the positive. So I'm going to try to train myself and train my brain to, when I meet a guy, to let me see the green flags first, you know, and try to see if that will change the way I look at things and change the way I deal with him. And also, come in the relationship being honest. If all you want to do is have sex, say that.
That's entrapment.
If you wanna-
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
Women say that, and then niggas be like, "Yo, I just want to hear." They be like, "Well, I ain't that type of girl."
No,
so
no,
that's
no.
entrapment.
But-
No,
but
that's
Raheem,
entrapment.
but
No,
listen,
Facts.
Raheem,
Other
Raheem,
niggas keep lying to them. Keep
Raheem,
lying to them, fellas.
Raheem.
Ladies, y'all
down.
say this, but if a guy say y'all
down.
not, go ahead.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go
But my
ahead.
thing is this: if you say, "Yo, all I want to do is hit it," and she's like, "I'm not that type of girl," then she's not the one for you. Next to the next girl that's gonna be like, okay with it. She's not okay with it. Okay.
Or
Next
maybe you
girl
wanted to
is-
clap your cheeks.
So my thing is like, so you rather lie to her, manipulate her to get to the bedroom, only to fucking fuck her over later.
She might have been lying in Manipulative City to
And-
get a meal.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, facts.
So, like I said before, I'm gonna start to challenge myself and look at the green flags first and see if that can make a difference in my dating. You know what, y'all?
No, I'm listening to what you
If
got
that
to
makes a
say.
difference in my dating history, because I feel like everyone tries to look for the red flags first. It's like we're zoning in on that, and we're losing focus on what's really important. You know, so be upfront with what you want, regardless of what these gentlemen say. Me personally, sometimes you have an itch, you want to scratch it. You know, sometimes you be like, you want to just have sex.
Is that
you
a
just wanna
blanket
fuck.
statement?
What?
These gentlemen, that's a blanket statement.
Hey, take it how you want to take it. All I'm saying is,
Sheesh.
so all
Y'all
I'm
in the
saying
same boat
is,
with me, kid. Welcome to the ship.
all I'm saying is, be honest with what you want. Don't ignore the green flags. And be patient with it, because I feel like if you continue on this positive cycle, only positive things can happen. who knows? You might get married, but just be honest with what you want. Because men like, yeah, I want a relationship. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You want the idea of what a relationship entails, but you don't want a relationship.
I think that works both ways. There's some women that say they want to be wives and all they want is a ring and a party.
Do you know how to be a wife?
Facts. There you go.
Do you know how to be a husband? So that's my final thought.
My final thoughts on green flags is before you start dating, do some self-inventory, because I definitely believe that there are some women out there that are so damaged they wouldn't notice a green flag if it was neon in front of their face because they so damaged they can't notice, or they just so jaded that they see a green flag but they immediately think that it has to be a lie or it has to be some BS because
sometimes they feel like they don't deserve it.
That's why I said, dude, you got to do the self-inventory so you can figure out, why you see the cup as being half full instead of half empty. You have empty instead of half full.
Just for clarity, when you say do some self-inventory, what are you referring to?
Look at yourself and the things that you value, the things that you believe, and why you think the way you think.
I always say something. Would you date yourself?
Yes.
That's how you think about it. Would you date yourself?
Yes. Oh man.
If you say yes, then okay. But if you say no, honestly, though, Luke,
Listen,
not honestly.
I don't know so many people like, how do I wouldn't date me? I ain't shit. Who's saying that?
I mean, just be real.
There's very few people who are that real.
Okay.
Listen, that's like me asking a woman, do she got whack box? She gonna be like, no, my shit's the bomb. Like, I've never heard a woman in life that said she had whack box.
Why would you ask? Nobody ever asked me that shit before. Nobody asked me.
Have you ever heard a woman say she got whack box?
Nobody asked me what my box be
like.
like.
A little dude, a little D dude knows he has a little D.
Nobody ever asked me what my fucking pussy be like. Nobody asked me that shit. So I'm saying, what the
wait,
same
talk
way
about
my pussy be. What? Nobody asked me that shit. We getting derailed. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Your green flag.
That's another episode.
Go ahead.
You want me to go or you got it?
Go ahead, Luke.
All right.
Nobody asked
So
that.
for me, final thoughts for me.
You ain't got no walls?
Is when we're referring to green flags, for me it's just be authentic. I think it's easier said than done for some people because we've been conditioned to show a representative when we meet somebody, right? I know maybe not Tom Brown.
Not everybody, not me either.
Maybe not Keisha, aka
Ramona.
Ramona. Sorry. But a lot of times we show our best person first, right? And can show the other stuff a little bit later. So I would say just be authentic and let it go. Let the vibe, let the flow go as it goes. And find your meaning in that. I think it's easier to start there than from a forced place for what you think somebody might be wanting from you as opposed to what you or who you truly are.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think people who do those things know that they're not worthy of this person and that's the person who they really are? I'm not going to like that person because they know deep inside that they're not ready for you?
I think that's individualism, right? Because you know yourself, right? So if you meet someone and you're like, damn, this person is da-da-da-da, I might not be
up to par,
right? That's one of those things where dating above your caliber, or whatever the case might be.
You believe in that?
I do. Because if you have to be somebody else just to get me, that means you're not on my level.
So that's my final thoughts. Hollywood Drake.
Nah, I think with these green flags, we have to start looking at ourselves. Start looking at what green flags we have in us, and also what red flags we might have. Get the therapy or whatever help we might need with ourselves, and start looking at other people and from a place of grace. We're quick, fast to start judging people.
Absolutely.
And putting red flags on people, but not really knowing who they are, what they've grown up in. Granted, in that stage of getting to know each other, figure out what's actually attracting you to this person. And I'm talking about in whatever kind of relationship y'all are in, platonic, romantic or whatever, realize what's really attracting you to people and figuring out the relationship that you actually should have with that person so that you're not wasting each other's time. So once you figure out what that is and you understand the values that you both have, then you can move further with that. Because now what happens is you can see where the green, what these green flags are and how they build. And if you are somebody that fits them, because you may say that somebody's a red flag, and that person's just a red flag for you,
Right.
based on, and sometimes you're calling this person a red flag and they're not. It's based on your own personal trauma.
Right,
Absolutely.
Right.
So
Your
there's a
triggers.
lot
How
of
are you on time, Luke?
so there's a lot of times that
Triggers. Don't say them.
we out here giving
Reminisce.
people, like bad names, and it's not them, it's us. So yeah, we definitely have to start looking at ourselves before we start trying to label people
Absolutely.
as red flags, and they may not be.
I got a quick question for everybody. Can a green flag turn into a red flag, and can a red flag turn into a green flag?
I think a red flag could turn into a green flag.
What red flag could
Because-
turn into a green flag?
Because if someone is doing something that you consider a red flag, quote unquote, and I bring it to your attention, I'm like, every time I call you, you don't answer your phone. Every time, I text you, you don't answer back. What's going on? What's up? And you take heed to what I'm saying, and you actually show and prove those things that I'm telling you about, then it becomes a green flag, because now it's like you heard me.
So here's my thing
You
about
heard me.
that example you just used. If you text me and I don't answer, if you call me and I don't answer, but I'm in the middle of something, let's just say I'm in church, let's say I'm working, let's say I'm on a train or something, but because you've called me multiple times, but I'm in the middle of doing whatever it is I'm doing, I don't answer you, you're calling that a red flag. But I didn't do anything to particularly purposely hurt you. I'm in the middle of something, I
Okay,
can't
so this
answer you.
is for men who are not busy. These are for men who I know their schedule. Like, I get to know you, and I understand that you have a busy life. I understand that you have your church, you have your family, you have your job. I understand that, so I have to be understanding to your lifestyle. But if you're a type of person that doesn't have that lifestyle, and you're just home from 4 o'clock until the next day, and you're not answering your call, then why? You know what I'm saying? You have to have a reason for what you're doing. I have to respect that. Yes.
Maybe he's playing Fortnite.
Well, I guess Fortnite is more important than me. Go ahead.
I want to answer your question, but I want to get some more clarity. Do you mean that a red flag that I deem a red flag could actually turn
Yes.
I
into
believe so.
a green
I believe
flag?
so.
Absolutely.
I
And
believe so.
vice versa, can a green flag turn into a red
So-
flag?
So
I don't
something
think
I
so.
say is a valuable thing turn into something that I now believe is a detriment, and something that I believe is a detriment turn into something valuable.
Yes.
Not in the fact where it's like you didn't answer your phone. What he's saying is, for instance, a relationship with God is important to me. So now I don't believe that that's important to me anymore. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that the reason I started by saying the ultimate red flag is consistency, right? Because
Ultimate green
Green
flag.
the ultimate green flag is consistency, because when they showing you consistency, it's a green flag. When they're not showing you it, it's a red flag. It could easily switch places, you know what I'm saying?
So consistency can be a green flag, but it can also be a red flag because she can consistently be annoying.
True. Too needy, too much time, too much.
So that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
you're consistent.
It can be a slippery slope.
You're
depending
consistent in that.
Yeah, for sure.
So positive.
That's an interesting question. I don't know if there's something that I deem a green flag. This is my green flag. Now it's no longer a green flag. It's a red flag. I don't
I
know
don't
if
think that
there's
can
anything
happen.
that
I think the red
that I
flag
would
can
know.
become a green flag. I don't
Maybe,
think the green flag
yeah,
becomes
that
a red
one I
flag.
can
Yeah,
see
I don't
happening.
believe
Like
that.
maybe something that might have been a red flag for me. Like
He got better.
Alright,
She got
it's
better. Or
okay.
he got better with that thing.
like you know what? I don't mind that so much now. It's alright.
Right. Or I could be like, well, I don't believe in God. I could meet you, and you could turn my whole life around. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm saved, baptized, and going to church every Sunday. So it can change, So you could be that person that can change me, make me better, So I believe a red flag can be a green flag, but a green flag being a red flag,
Okay. I just figured out that.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think it can be
I
that
think
way.
you can do that. Okay, so
Button this up, baby.
Button it up. All right, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Green Flags.
yeah,
We in the platinum
yes.
platform,
Form.
platform studio. working it out. Hoping you guys enjoying the new scenery.
Okay.
But as always, I like to say we end the episode with a have a great day.
And a
better tomorrow.
Thanks
Peace.
for tuning in.
Deuces.
Yes.